Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? That opening was a reference to the excellent film My Cousin Vinny, and today we are talking about the evolution of language. So we've got a prelinguistic society that has the ability to make sounds and has some objects that they want to refer to each other about. So we've got three objects. We've got fire, we've got a club, and we've got animals. And we've got three sounds: a clucking sound, a whistle, and a weep, or at least that's what we would call it in Ireland, a kind of sound. So a member of this prelinguistic society will want to communicate an object to another member, and they will make a particular sound with a particular probability. So let's say they are thinking of fire and they make a clucking sound with a probability 0.8. They'll make a whistling sound with a probability 0.1 and a wheep sound with a probability 0.1. These add up to 1 because, considering a particular object, there will be a response, there will be a definite response. And in reality, there would be more of these. There might even be one that is no sound at all. Then over here we have listening. So a member of this prelinguistic society will hear a sound, and there is a probability that they will consider it to be one of the objects. So if they hear a clucking sound, there's a probability that they will think that it's fire. There's a probability that they'll think it's a club, and a probability that they'll think it's an animal. And here, these add up to 1, because having heard a sound, there will be some sort of response. And again, there would be perhaps another that says they don't think it's anything. So we've got a simple grid of probabilities for speaking and a grid of probabilities for listening. The way we're going to investigate this is we will simulate a society and have some of them speak to the others. Now, when there's a speaker who wants to communicate fire, they will roll essentially a 3-sided dice with these probabilities to choose whether or not they make a clucking sound, a whistling sound, or a whooping sound. And over here, having heard, in this case, a clucking sound, they will choose whether or not that refers to a fire, a club, or an animal with these probabilities. If the two get it right, so if there's a match, then presumably there will be some sort of benefit to both of them, and the probabilities are adjusted. So if they get it right here, the probability might go up to 0.9, and these would go down by half the same amount. And over here, if they got it right on fire, this would go up and these two would come down. And over time, we will see that a language evolves to refer to different objects. And grammars will evolve exactly the same way. So if we start putting two sounds together to refer to cooking meat or killing animals, the way that we put those sounds together, if they happen to be understood by the listener, there will be an advantage and the probabilities will change. So let's have a look at our simulation on the computer. So here we go. Each of the squares here is a member of our prelinguistic society. And when I click go, each of them will interact with another and try and communicate an object. And if they understand each other, the probability of that communication goes up. And if they don't understand each other, it goes down. And here we are quite quickly. 2 languages seem to have evolved. And what we are looking at is the word that they have chosen for fire. So we've got 2 communities with 2 different languages. So let's try that again and see what happens this time. And it looks like one language has evolved this time. And we can use this simple model to explain why languages evolve. So what is needed is a community with the ability to make sounds and the necessity to communicate objects to each other. And without both of those things, a language isn't going to evolve. And there it is, the evolution of languages. If you enjoy these videos, please subscribe for more.